Welcome to the We Got Notes podcast, hosted by your cinema connoisseurs. That includes myself, Sean, that's Shawn Edwards, and my girl, Fania Thomas. Now, check this out. This is the only spot with two certified film critics in the building, offering uninhibited and jocular chats about film and television.
Hey, that's right, Sean. Each month, we'll bring you stories from sets, tales from behind the scenes, and movie reviews, plus some TV thoughts from the latest releases. Because we got notes. So chill out, grab a snack, and vibe with us. And if you got notes, let us know. Drop them in the comments. We might read some.
We're going to talk about Netflix's Emilia Perez, which is out now in select theaters. It's not streaming yet, but TBD.
I thought it was November 11th, I think. I'm not sure. I think it's November 11th.
Okay, so November 11th for the
people on the
public.
couch. For the people on the couch. Watch it at home.
So do you think they should watch it at home or should they watch it in theaters?
I'm going to go on record and say every movie should be watched at the movie theater, but I know that's not the reality. Immediately everyone's going to call me a film snob, but I just feel that that's the best way. Communal environment on the big screen, but the reality is people watch this stuff at home and on their phones.
Okay, now I'm going to come back to what you just said about being a film snob and everything should be watched in theaters.
It should. I mean, it should, but it don't work that way because people don't know how to behave. Like people be bringing babies and they be kicking your seat and they be on their phone texting and they be talking loud. Like, that messes up the experience. I don't mind talking back to the screen because I hella talk back to the screen. But if you come into a movie, you don't need to be texting. And if you can't find a babysitter, you should probably just stay home. And now all parents are going to hate me. But I can say that because I have 3 kids, so I've been through the struggle. It ain't like I'm out here just saying I've been through the struggle. I had 3 kids, but I don't know. I just think it's fun to get in your car and, go see a movie. Now I know for certain communities it's hard because they don't got no movie theaters in their neighborhood, and I understand that struggle as well. But I'm not opposed to. Streaming saved my life, especially during the pandemic. So
yes, streaming saved all of our sanity.
So I'm not hating streaming and I'm not over advocating big screen experience. I'm being that film snob that I am.
I'm gonna put a pin in that and we're gonna come back to that on another episode.
Okay, all right, yeah. You know what? That would make a good entire episode. The great debate: watching movies at the theater or staying at home. Like that's gonna be fun. So yeah, let's do that down the road.
Okay. I enjoyed this film. It took me a minute, but I was like, oh, I'm into this. I'm here. Saw it in a theater. It was very dark. So I do recommend seeing this in a theater, or if you have a theater in your home, if you are so well off, I feel like you have to watch it in a very dark place.
I'm with you. I like the early endorsement, but I enjoyed it too. I had the privilege of seeing this before the marketing campaign kicked in, which is something that I absolutely positively love. I like, what's the term called? I love going into movies naked. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to see the trailer. I don't want to see a commercial. I don't want to know the plot. I don't need to know the synopsis. I almost don't even need to know who's in it. I just want to be thoroughly surprised. And I walked into this film as naked as you possibly can in 2024.
Me too. I had no idea, didn't care to know. And I feel like it adds to like the drama and like it's like a fun bag surprise. Like you don't know what you're going to get.
I had no idea that this was like this Mexican drug cartel story directed by a French director. Like like on paper it was so baffling. And then you throw in the fact that it's a musical, which by the way, I'm not a musical hater. I don't understand this hatred toward musicals. And I love that quote Cynthia Erivo dropped about how music is a part of our everyday lives. Like people burst out into song in their cars, and people sing at H&M and Zara when they're shopping and that sort of thing. So it makes sense. God bless her for that. That was a dope quote. I think people are going to be reciting that for a really long time. So the fact that this is a musical as well, a drug cartel musical, like you got me every time because that's not something that pops up every day.
We've never seen this. You and I watch a lot of films. So
Lots.
going into something where it's like it's a storyline that we may not have seen before is like, okay, I'm locked in. Like you said, it's labeled as a French musical crime comedy.
Comedy is that's a stretch, man. We've been misusing that term comedy. There have been TV shows that have won 5,000 Emmys in the comedy category, and I've watched like every season and never laughed once. So
that part.
Yeah,
like
if we want to throw the comedy word on this film, fine. I feel that's a bit misleading though. There were some moments where I chuckled because there were some funny lines and some funny things that happened. But when I think comedy, I'm thinking like Coming to America, The Clumps, Something About Mary. Like those are comedy. Like Emilia Perez is a comedy. Like, come on, please. It's actually a very tragic story that had a lot to say about how people want to be who they want to be. Like that's tragic when you feel like you're trapped in your circumstance, or you're trapped in your body, or you're trapped in the particular part of the world, and you can't escape it. I mean, it's very much a tragic story of just trying to discover like who you are,
wanting to live your most authentic life. I think we can say, like, I don't know how much we're gonna get into spoilers and not spoilers, but
no, I don't like the spoil. Yeah, we ain't doing the spoiled milk thing.
We won't do spoil, but I feel like, is it out there that it's about? I mean, one of the lead characters is trans. So okay.
Yeah, the character who plays Emilia Perez. I think that's all the way out the front door. We know that the lead character is trans, and it's about a drug cartel leader who wants to go from being a man to a woman. I think that's been firmly established. That's not a spoiler. So yeah, we can put that out there. And the lead who plays Emilia Perez, I thought was actually brilliant. And I don't really want to stick my toe into the politics of, this whole transgender thing, because it's like a Molotov cocktail when you talk about it, particularly in certain parts of the world or in the country. But I like, I appreciated this story from a cinema aspect. I just wanted to see this story be told, and I love the way it played out and the way it unfolded. I don't want to get into this whole Bud Light thing where people want to protest the movie because the lead actress is transgender. I absolutely think that's stupid, but I don't want to go there with that. But I like seeing different types of stories. I mean, that's why we go to the movies. So I thought that part of it was brilliant.
Shout out to Carla. That's the lead actress who's been doing telenovelas and acting since 1997.
Phenomenal.
She plays alongside Zoe Saldana. Selena Gomez is in there. And the fact that it is a story about a cartel leader who wants to change their gender and live their life. The story goes into how
it was touching. The movie was more moving and touching than I expected it to be, and I like that. But I don't want to zoom past Zoe Saldana, because Zoe Saldana's she's had a really weird career because she's been very successful. She's been in some huge movies and franchises, but I feel like the world doesn't know her because in Avatar she was blue. And in those Marvel movies, she was green. Like, do we really know who she is? Most people don't. And then kudos to her because it's a great performance. I actually think this is a career revival from her. And I think she's finally put the stench of that Nina Simone biopic behind her.
Okay.
That's a travesty that should be talked about on its own. Like, because, for most actresses, that would have you're done. You're done forever. That was a huge misstep. That was bad. That was really, really bad. It was painfully bad. But she's vindicated. I think she's vindicated now. And I'm gonna say it. Nothing vindicates a career like an Oscar win.
Oh, for sure. We'll forget about everything. we'll forget about your drug problems. We'll forget about your abuse.
Everything, yeah. Robert Downey Jr. went to prison. He won an Oscar.
I
It's
didn't
all
want to
good.
say his name.
Yeah, it's all good. We know he went to prison. Like he didn't go to jail. He went to prison. He won an Oscar. So like, like, there's a difference between a prison and a jail. He went to the prison one. Like that's pretty rough. Like, but he won a Roman Polanski won an Oscar. He couldn't even come to the United States to get it. Zoe Saldana. I'm based in Kansas City, Missouri. I Zoe Saldana could fly into Kansas City, Missouri, and walk the mall, and I don't think the mall would the atmosphere of the mall would change.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. I see.
but
I
that's
see.
not saying she's not a good actress. I'm just saying that she. I don't think people know, but they will after this. She's great in this.
She's
You
great.
know.
The script is fresh, it's innovative. She delivers the lines. Her dancing, her singing, um,
Yeah, she's
she
gonna win
does
the
well.
Oscar. She's gonna win. She went back to her center stage roots.
Center stage. Wow.
Yeah. She went back. She
Wow.
said she hadn't danced since then. I don't believe it. She was awfully good in this movie, but she said she hadn't danced since center stage. I'm like, oh, okay. I like that. That sounds great. I'm sure on the red carpet, that's a great bite. I haven't danced in 20 years, but she was fabulous in this film. It's a great film. I'm glad we're not spoiling it. I do encourage it on the big screen, but I still think it will play the same if you stream it.
It has to be dark theater because there's a lot of half lit
Yeah.
moments, which I thought added lots of drama. I thought it was a great choice because it plays into the storyline of Carla's character of not being able to really see them yet until she turns into, Amelia, and then she's revealed and then the lighting kind of lights up a little bit. But for majority of the film, it's very dark.
The touches of this film on the craftsmanship side are beautiful. The director's name Jacques Dard, which who I personally love. Like he's like one of the coolest people I've ever met. Like once again, I'm coming across as this privileged film snob because I had a chance to meet him. But I mean, that's my world. So like, but he's really
You better
he's
talk your talk. It's okay, Mr. Edwards.
you mean you met more people than me. Stop it. It's like but no, it's a wonderful movie. I hope people will watch it. I hope people will embrace it, and I hope this creates like positive dialogue, about the transgender community because we really need it. We need like these sort of like 360 conversations about certain
Mm-hmm.
things, and I think this is a movie that can jumpstart that talk. And yeah, no, kudos to Netflix for picking this up. Kudos to everybody involved. I loved it. I loved it. I've seen it twice. I loved it.
I'm glad you said the director's name because I was like, I could understand and enunciate the first Jacques. That
I don't know
last
if I said
name.
it correct. I don't know if I
Listen,
said it correctly. It's probably gonna be a bunch of comments. This dude just butchered his French name. And yeah, I did not study French in school.
y'all
Sadly,
ain't gonna.
I am sadly very American. I am not bilingual. My three kids are. Like they talk about me all the time in Spanish. I'm like, oh my God. I should have paid attention in school. I had Spanish in high school and college, and the only thing I can say is Taco Bell.
Oh, muy bien. Speaking of the director, he's won 2 British Academy Awards. So I can see why he did this film well. Not to say that winning means that you'll always
Nice. He got
produce or make.
skills. Now he got some skills. He's like I said, there's some nice touches. He's got skills. It really is a great movie. It's a great movie.
I understand when musicals run long. I understand why people don't prefer them. This musical didn't run long to me. I loved the song with the child singing about the papa and you smell like my dad. I
There's some
love
good moments. The music's great. No, it doesn't feel long. The music's great. There's nothing wrong with musicals. Musicals are fun. I mean, come on. Like, please. I dare you to try to watch The Wiz and not have fun.
oh my gosh, and not move or tap a foot or bob your head. I bobbed my head during the cartel rap. I thought the beat and the lyrics of that were great. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever witnessed that type of song choice selection in a musical before. I thought that was great. I didn't really love the musical selection and performance at the fundraiser.
was great in there though. The choreography was, the song wasn't that strong, but the choreography was amazing.
Yes, and I feel like there should be some sort of nomination for the score. I feel like that should be out there.
But
That
hold
was well
on, you
done.
missed you. I thought you were going to bring up something very important, and I think a lot of people are waiting for us to say. Selena Gomez is a professional singer. What did you think of her? I thought she had the weaker moments when it came to singing.
So did I. I thought she
Okay, all
performed
right, so
at a
African, all
solid
right, yeah,
B. I
yeah,
preferred Zoe better. I preferred Carla better. I wanted
yes.
Selena. I was like, go girl.
Her acting was good. Like her, I was like, okay, Selena, go. Yes, you did the thing. But maybe it's because the songs she were given were the weakest. I don't know. I just thought that
Mm.
wow, Selena came up short in that department.
Okay, yes, maybe because she wasn't lead character. She wasn't giving lead character energy.
Her acting was on par with everyone else. So I'd rather her be strong in the acting and come up a little short on the music side than be exceptional on the music side and be whack as an actress.
Agreed. How many claps would you give Emilia Perez?
I'm giving it four strong, solid claps. 4 out of 5.
3.5
Okay.
claps. Because I feel like this film will be talked about, you know, after a year.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this has the possibility of standing the test of time a little bit because there's a lot to talk about, and I think that the issues that are being discussed we're going to be dealing with for quite some time, and this would kind of be a reference point for that
Yes.
discussion.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to give it 4. I'm going to go with you,
Catch, I
and I'm going to
sold
get
you,
it
sold you,
4.
yeah,
You
sold
did.
you.
You
Yes,
did.
Amelia
I am.
Perez.
I'm going to
Oh,
give it
come on.
4 claps
Clap it up. Yeah, 4 claps. Yes,
because it's a very modern story. You know, when I was first watching it, I thought I knew exactly what was going to happen. I was like, oh, he wants to be a female because he's trying to hide
yeah,
from
it's
his
totally,
past
totally
life.
not totally not that. Yeah, don't,
Not that,
it's totally
not
not
the
that.
ending I expected. Great
Nope,
ending.
totally not.
I
Totally
love a
not.
kidnapping cartel musical. I didn't know that I would, but you know, and then also killers seeking, absolution. Like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
it's a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot. There was a lot going on in this movie that really, really like sort of moved me and sort of like had me thinking a lot about the world that we live in. And I appreciate cinema that does that. Netflix, November 11th. All right, as you can see, we always got notes and we have lots of notes, but we appreciate y'all for chilling with us, sticking with us. And if you got notes, let us know and check back in next week for our notes on all, and I mean all the latest releases.
Don't forget to subscribe and like the We Got Notes podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you listen to podcasts.